Hello, it's Pupmeister, and this is part 2 of the zombie XP farm slash zombie sculk farm, the dual farm. And in part 1, we fully made the zombie XP farm, which you can see behind you there. And in this episode, we're going to make the dual part of this farm. So with one button, we will be able to switch from a zombie XP farm to a zombie sculk XP farm. And that is what we are making today. So we're going to be making the switching mechanism, and we're going to be making the sculk farm. So let's take a look at what we're going to need. So you are going to need one dispenser, 2 buckets of water, maybe more, depending on which way you go, a sticky piston, a redstone torch, a redstone comparator, 1 or 2 redstone repeaters. Again, kind of depends on the length your button has to travel. You're going to need redstone. You're going to need a button. You're going to need 1 soul sand. You're going to need a wall, just 1 wall. You're going to need 2 signs. You're going to need probably just 1 slab. And of course, you're going to need a sculk catalyst, because this is what creates more sculk when things die beside it. Now, down here, we have 2 options. We have kelp and we have ice. So, this time, for the soul sand, you're going to be making an elevator that goes straight up. If you use kelp to make the water blocks, because you'll need a source water block for every block you go up, it's going to be extra work. Or in this particular case, because you're going from the bottom up, since I have, as you may know, so much ice and snow around my area, you can just get, in my case, it's the Silk Touch pickaxe, and go to any frozen over river and get a whole bunch of ice. And then you can just stack that up, and when you break it, it turns into water. So that's the easy way. But you can always do it the kelp method as well, which we'll get into more detail, I guess, when we get to that point. So let's get started. So if you have created this little farm here, you're probably just going to want to go in the side here. And just for now, let's put a torch in here, because remember the 2 corners with our redstone lamp up there, the 2 corners are 0. So it could potentially create zombies, and we don't want that while we're building. So we'll just stick a torch in there for now. And then we will continue down here. And I'm just going to get some cobblestone ready. All right, so once we get here, you're going to want to put some cobblestone right underneath the sign. Now, for now, if you want to just light this place up a little bit so you can see what you're doing, you can put a torch up there. But what we're going to do now is just dig in here a little bit. And we're going to have to go this way. We're going to go a fair ways here. All right, that should be a good start anyway. But we're also going to have to go 1 more down here. And let's see. Actually, this whole area can go 1 more down. Okay, so it's a step up. Now we can get rid of that because the sign is blocking the water. So right here in this spot right there, and I guess we might as well get all this out as well. And let's put a torch in the corner, light this area up a little bit. Right in this spot, you're going to want to put the dispenser. But in the opposite direction. Oh, come on. I just don't want to fall down here. I shouldn't have taken that away. Make life so much easier. Okay, I'm going to crouch. There we go. Okay, so, and then you're going to put one of the buckets of water inside the dispenser. Now at this point, you want to dig this way a little bit. Just like that. And right here, is where you're going to put your sticky piston. But not facing up. No, 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 no. Facing this way. All right. And then you just need a block to go in there. So I guess, I don't know. I'll just put some cobblestone in here so that when it does get pushed right here, it just looks different than the rest of the brick around here. I guess we can get rid of that at the moment. Anything, of course, that falls will go into our chest down there because this, of course, is where the zombies are falling for our zombie XP farm. And now at this point, we're going to have to go one level down again. And we could just dig all this area out here. And then here, we're going to want to put our comparator. Except, I'm putting everything the wrong way to start. There we go. We want the two handles, or whatever you want to call these, towards the dispenser. Okay? And then we're going to want 2 redstone. And then now we're going to want the repeater. So let's put the repeater in there. And then we're going to want redstone. Whoops, not there. We're going to want redstone there, there, there. And we're going to want to put, before we go too far with the redstone, we're going to want a block there. And we're going to want a redstone torch right there. As you can tell, it pushes the block forward. So just in case you're wondering what we're putting together here, when you push the button, this block will push forward, blocking the zombie XP drop. And at the same time, this dispenser will create a new flow of water going this way. And this is where we will go upwards and take our zombies to the Sculk XP farm. And there we go. Okay, so the charge will come and deactivate this until, of course, we push the button and everything will start flowing. So now we basically want to do the button. So I think the easiest way to do the button is to come this way. It's like this. Oops. Of course, you don't want to go too far. There we go. All right. There we go. And that can stay here. And then redstone there, 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 there. And basically continuing out. And we could already start climbing right here. Up here. We could probably just stick the button on here. I'm thinking. And then close this all up and have the redstone run down. This is a fair distance though, so I'm not sure whether it's gonna reach. And we'll find out. Yeah, it's reaching. So we'll put a block here. But as you can tell, this is flowing. But unfortunately, oh, because the redstone torch was carried away. And so was all the redstone. All right, so let's not do that, folks, okay? So there we go, now it works. So you can see the block is right there, the water is flowing, so the button actually does reach all the way over here. Maybe, you know what? Let's just go up one, why not? And then I can drop down and be in here. Okay, so now we do have the block there, and we could just go down here now. But sometimes this may be open, and so we won't be able to go this way. So let's just create another way to get in over here. Okay, and then if we follow all the way up, and we push the button again, the block has pulled in, the water has stopped, and everything is working perfectly. And this part is done. And then let's continue with our build. So the water is going to continue flowing here. And let's say right here, I think. You could even do it one shorter, but let's let it flow a little bit. And this is where we're going to go up. Okay, so at this point, you want to grab your slab and put it down just like that. You want to dig one lower and put your wall in just like that. Right here is where you want to put the soul sand, just like that. And you want to grab your other bucket of water and throw it on the slab so it's flowing towards the soul sand, just like that. And then over the wall and right before the soul sand, you want to put 2 signs. And this will just keep the water from our chute here from spilling out this way. Okay? So when the water goes now, it's going to flow over here, and this is the little mechanism that you're going to need in order just to put you up, see, on to this soil sand. And you're going to want to dig this one little spot out right behind the soil sand, because when we fill this with water, it will create a flow that goes backwards, and that will be just enough to suck in the zombie and then push them up. So let's just push the button so you can see what that looks like. Okay, again, the block has now blocked our zombie XP farm drop there. The dispenser is flowing the water. And then over here, the water just continues on top, and it just flows it forward and enough to pop them up here. Okay, so everything is just working perfectly. So make sure you follow, and then we'll turn it off. I may even open this up so that I can walk over here and just push the button, just like that. I can even open this like that, and then just come over here to push the button. And by pushing that button, they'll start falling over here, and this will stop as far as the zombie XP farm down there. So at this point, we could probably put these 2 blocks back, although, I mean, we're going to have to get that torch back there at some point. So now let's decide where this is going to fall. I would like the XP to mostly go in this direction. So I think I'm just going to take those away. And I don't know, somewhere around here maybe? So let's put the sculk catalyst right there. And right here is where we want the zombies to fall. So we want to know exactly what coordinate this is. And I'm going to write that down. So it's minus 291, minus 52, and 1218. Okay, so we want to keep that. And then this will create the sculk. Yes, it will come forward as well, but at least it will be focused on going that way. And of course, if we want to set up a barrier here so the sculk does not go past a certain point, all you have to do is put down some cobblestone and make a little like cobblestone wall or something like that, because blocks will only turn to sculk if they are naturally occurring. Now we want at least a 30 block drop here. So we started with one down here, another one, so that's 2 down, another one, that's 3 down, another one, that's 4 down. So we want to go 30 up. So that is already 34 if you follow my math, because we're 4 deeper. and we want to go 30 up. Now we're probably going to be dropping just to keep the water going. Like, you know how we did over here, how we had this drop to keep the water flowing? That's probably what we're going to do once we're up there. So we want to add, you know, if we're a little higher than 30, it doesn't matter. We just want them to die when they hit the ground. So we can be higher, but we don't want to be too much lower. So that's why I say go up 40, and that should be plenty. Okay, so let's let the ice do our counting for us. Okay, I'll have 40 blocks so that when that goes to 0, and this, by the way, now that I remember, this is why I said this is the easy way, okay? The ice will just stack up, and then once we're all the way to the top, we can literally pickaxe our way to the bottom, and it'll all turn into source water blocks. Otherwise, you would just have, say, cobblestone here, and you would be working your way up to go 40 blocks up. And it looks like we have a little bit of a cave here. And when you get to the top, you'd have to dig a secondary block downward so that you can block back up on this one, pour the water down, dive down, put all the kelp in, go back down, break it, and then you'll have your water source blocks. So you can do that as well. Okay, let's just put some light up here so we don't get any unwanted visitors. And it's pretty crammed in here, so we're gonna just make sure that everything is blocked off when it comes to our little tunnel here. And we'll throw another block of ice down. Okay. And we're back in the dark. And now let's continue to dig upwards. And continue to stack upwards. Dig upwards. Stack upwards. And so on until we get 40 blocks up. We still have quite a ways to go. We've got 20, well, we've got what, 16 more blocks to go. And once again, we have hit air. And where are we here? I'm not quite sure where we are. But I'm going to light it up. I already hear a skeleton. So I'm going to light this up a bit. Oh, there he is. Oh, I don't have my sword out. Go away. All right. So this should at least light up the general area around where I am. I'm just trying to figure out where I am. I'm not sure where I am. Oh, here come a bunch of zombies and stuff, so I don't want to deal with that. All right, so let's pile up here. Okay, and I piled high enough that he can't get us. So let's keep piling this up. Just like that. We're gonna have to make a little pillar to the ceiling. Can I reach there? There we go. We have 5 more. All right, so this is going to be fun, isn't it? We might have to build a platform. So this is what happens. You never know exactly where you're going to be or how it's going to work out. And I can't really jump up too much anymore. We're getting kind of to the ceiling here. Okay, that's blocked, that's blocked, that's blocked. And let's continue. So I'm actually going to go higher than 40. And the reason is just so I get into the ceiling and I don't have to make a platform. That is literally the only reason. Okay, because like I said, it doesn't matter how high you go. So now we're going to want to go in this direction. Okay, let's take a look at our coordinates again. And we want to go down, okay, as we go in this direction, our x value is getting smaller, and we want to go to minus 291. So for now, let's light this area up a little bit. So remember, water will flow 8 blocks and then stop. And we can place another block right there, or a source water block. I mean, I do have a bucket of water here. I could just place it there, and it will start flowing that way. And let's just, for the fun of it, have this open, so if they bounce a little bit, they won't get stuck here. So I'm just grabbing my, it's just grabbing my Silk Touch pickaxe because I didn't want to break that water yet because I didn't want water flowing that way yet. Okay, so this is my Silk Touch pickaxe. So to see how that turns into water now that we're breaking it. So we're going to go down now. We're going to swim downward and we're going to break as we go. I don't want to break the soul sand, but we should be fine. Again, I have respiration 3. Oh, you can see the light, so we're good. And there we go! Ho ho! And as soon as the water hit, that ice broke and the water hit the soul sand, it became the elevator that we need it to be. Okay, so we're going to place the bucket of water right here, or I don't know, I might even use ice. Why use the one water that we have when you have ice? You can do the same thing. So let's do that. So when we break this, let's see how far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just want to make sure that we have this far enough. There, now we've got plenty of room. And are we at minus 291 yet? No, we have yet another 10 blocks or so to go. So we'll break that. And there you go, the water is a-flowing. So when we're ready, of course, we're going to have to break this block. But in the meanwhile, we will continue digging this way. And maybe throw another light in here. And how close are we getting? Minus 298. So we still have a ways to go. So we should almost be there at this point. 293. So actually 2 more, and that should be 291. Yep. And then we want to go to 1218. So this way. 18 blocks basically that way. Keep on going. We're obviously close to another cave or something. And I think we better just check where we are here. 1211. Let's pop another one there. And I didn't quite count, but 1218. 291, 1218. All right. That's where they'll be dropping. All right, so back we go. And we'll break this one. See where that goes. And then, of course, we will have to go one lower. So depending on how this corner goes, I may actually have to get a sign, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. All right, well, maybe it'll go around the corner. Whoops. I'm hoping we don't come to the ceiling below. But I guess we'll find out. Well, let's see how this goes around the corner here. And I won't do anything and we'll see. Yep, it continues flowing them this way, so that's good. So we don't need anything extra there. Okay, unfortunately, we are coming to the bottom. Okay, so this is kind of where we want to end. And there's the drop. We're gonna have to go one lower, so we might have to make, and you see I went even higher than I was gonna go. So alright, we're gonna have to build a floor now. And we're probably gonna have to build another floor because this is definitely not gonna make it the whole way. All right. Okay, so this is gonna be a little challenging. Oh, it's gonna be not too bad because we can use, it wasn't all the way yet, so that's good news. We can just go back this way. He's trying to shoot me from way down there. All right. Then of course we want to block the sides off. Don't want the water spilling everywhere. And we're gonna see where this goes to. Oh, let's see how far it goes. Wow. Look at that luck. It stopped right where we want them to drop. Wow. All right. So needless to say, we don't want to drop ourselves here. Although I do have Feather Falling 4 and good armor, so I'd probably survive it pretty easily. But we might have to make a cone going down, because I was just thinking, if the zombies have armor, especially magic armor, or enchanted armor, if you want to call it that way, they may not die from the fall. So I might want them to just fall through one block of lava, just to kill them that extra bit. I'm just wondering, maybe if I take all the lights out, we might even get stuff spawning in here. And then that would give us extra XP for Sculk. Now, I'm just kind of realizing there's no way I'm going to be able to swim down this column. I was hoping to go back this way. I'm going to drop. All right, let's go. And hopefully I won't die. I don't think I should. I'm going to crouch first. Look over the edge. Doesn't look too bad. Oh, I got all kinds of guys around me here. I gotta get out of here. So somehow are we? Oh, you know what? I just realized what is going on here. We actually don't want them to drop right here. This is like another platform above where we actually want them to drop. So now I gotta wonder where that hole in the ceiling is. Let's find it by coordinates. Because we know we want 291 right there, and we want 1218. So it's on the other side of this. So back over this way. And we want to light this place up so we don't have to worry about too many guys like him. Are you coming back? Yep. Oh, missed. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Where are we here? 12, 18 to 91. Is this it? 12, 18 to 91. Yep. And look, we're still 30 above where we want to go. So we actually have to dig down through this. Wow. All right, well, we're definitely going to need to build some kind of tube, because otherwise they might fall and kill themselves on here without actually going to where we want them to. Let's just do this for now, because I want to make sure that is... Why not make a little step over here? And then we can slowly, hopefully slowly, go down. All right, and then we're gonna have to drop down there. So they're quite high, so I might not even have to do the lava because of how high this is. Now I do need to get in here though. So let's do that and then dig down, and of course I'm gonna be dropping. And there I am, right to the catalyst. And because I think there's a bit of a wall there, I don't want them getting caught. So I'll just build that straight up and they will land right here. So look at that, that's perfect. I think we can actually test that part. And I'm just going to come in here, get rid of this torch, and I guess there's other torches here. And we probably want to make this solid like that. And then let's move over, and we might want to get rid of some other torches. Let me just see how bright it is. Oh, I think it's pretty good. Sounds like we have a zombie coming. There he is. Okay, so we probably want to... Is he one of the... Yeah, I think I have the light on. So there it goes to show you the back corners can indeed spawn a zombie every once in a while. And this is a good example. Look, this guy's like got all kinds of armor on. Okay, so we're gonna press the button. And we're gonna turn off the light. And what do we got? Three going in. We'll turn the light back on. And of course, this is meant to be kind of an AFK type of thing. And I guess this will test whether gravel turns to sculk or not when these guys fall from the sky. Nice. So there you go. So gravel does turn to sculk. So no problems there. And there you go. That is how to create a sculk farm. Now, some people make their own little dropping area where they fall, and then they have to constantly resupply the stone and stuff that's getting taken by the sculk. But why do that when you can just drop them in a cavern like this and mine the sculk yourself? And then when you're ready, you can put more blocks down. So this works Absolutely perfectly. I haven't actually seen anyone else do this design, so it should be interesting to see if others kind of take this on. I know people have either done the skulk or they've done the zombie, but they've never done a dual farm like this before. And that is how you make a dual zombie XP skulk farm. This is part two. So part three is coming next week, and that will be something that can assist you with resupplying this whole area once Skulk takes over the entire environment here. So, I hope you enjoyed this build. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.